I appreciate how Greg is balanced in his life. As we all get pushed and pulled, especially as leaders, he maintains a balance. He maintains a calm and a steadiness for himself, for his family, for his organization, and for his community.
And Greg is one of those people who is just connected in the area and has such a great reputation that he's able to rally people behind a cause and to be able to get things done. And he does it in a very quiet, understated kind of way.
Greg really wants others to shine because together with collaboration and with a united vision, we really can achieve more than a single person ever could. And I see Greg do that every single day.
Value system leads his decisions. So it is not after a quick dollar, it's not to make somebody happy. He does what he believes is right and is based in his value system.
If leadership is about mobilizing people and resources to do hard things, to make changes, to face problems, he's done that. He's made a difference in helping us get better in all ways.
Greg's story begins a bit with his father Gene founded Preferred Credit, and so he was around both the Kirby industry and Preferred Credit throughout his whole life. He ends up going to school, studying finance, starting at PCI as our controller, and then did a lot of the day-to-day work at PCI, understanding the financials, and then really getting into our markets and our operations. And then as he takes over the presidency, then he's well suited for that role and that position, and kind of brings us through the next couple of decades of Preferred Credit's history.
He's led a dramatic transformation of culture, a culture of trust, and enormous growth in the business that has benefited all of its stakeholders and so many of us in the community.
He can see in others capabilities that maybe they don't yet see in themselves. Not only did he spend his own time, he spent money invested in my ongoing education, my ongoing leadership, and I've seen him do that with so many people across the years at PCI. He really helps us all grow.
He is somebody that is actively involved. He's not passive at all. So if there is an effort that needs to be done, he digs in, takes an active role, does not accept a responsibility if he's not going to put forth the full effort, and leads by example.
Greg is one of the most respected leaders in our area because of the contributions that he has made to this community over the years. Greg recognizes the importance of having a vibrant downtown, and that was the reason why he has been so involved with the Business Improvement District effort that we had going last year. In fact, he led that effort, and he was absolutely a catalyst for bringing that effort as far along as we did.
So many of us care about downtown, and we've been working on it for 30 years. And it's a challenge across the United States. And the Downtown Council became the Downtown Alliance. And the St. Cloud Chamber really saved it and sustained it as a division of the Chamber for 2 years. And Greg helped incorporate the St. Cloud Downtown Alliance as its own standalone nonprofit so that it can scale and be highly funded and have a greater impact in the long run. And Greg was instrumental in all of that as the chair, the private sector chair of the Mayor's Downtown Task Force.
Greg was able to move our efforts to revitalize downtown further than anybody has been able to up to this point in time. And again, thinking about his quiet approach to leadership, he was great at bringing everybody together to rally behind that cause. And not only was he able to provide visionary leadership, but structured a path forward that we could execute against to get as far as we did.
Greg has given a lot to the community, and I think that it shows us also how to give to our community and be involved.
Greg and Beth and the broader Windfeldt family have just been instrumental in our community over many years. The Boys and Girls Club in particular has benefited from a deep commitment of the Windfeldt family. But beyond that, they are engaged in the United Way, they're engaged in the Central Minnesota Community Foundation, the Greater St. Cloud Development Corporation, and many more volunteer efforts.
I think that we can learn a lot of things from Greg Windfeldt, but I think one of the foundational things that he brought into our organization and introduced to me personally was the work around trust. Greg has spent a lot of focus on building trust, why trust is important, and how people can really succeed and excel with trust. And he embodies the various pillars of trust that have formed the values of the Preferred Credit organization.
He's a great husband and father, but he's also an exceptional business executive, community leader, neighbor, and friend.